First, you have to wash the rice. It's already washed right here. Then you have to just square out the tomato. It's half of a tomato because of the small portion we're gonna have of rice. Some onions, pretty much like a half of an onion cut as well, and some garlic. It's like about 2 little thingies from the garlic. It's about 2 only. You have plenty right there. Go. Then you will have to pour it, once you wash the rice, you pour it into the pan or wherever you want to cook it in. And you can turn on the fire now. Now you have to put some water, and you have to put it in like in a microwave. Will be perfectly fine. And you make sure that the water is boiling, so it's usually good to put it for 3 minutes in the microwave. Okay. Since the rice was washed, it has some water, as you can see. So you're making sure that this water is gone before you put in the oil. So make sure it's gone. Okay, as you can see now, the water is totally gone. And now we can add some olive oil, which is the most healthiest oil out there. So it's pretty good to put like a teaspoon, like about 2. This helps for the rice to not get stuck on the bottom, because then it's gonna be really hard to take it out and it will just get sticky on the bottom. So the oil is pretty much to make sure that rice doesn't get stick onto the pan. One. Okay, as this is frying, the rice is frying, we're gonna add the tomato that we just, like the onions and the garlic. Put them all together in there, and then we're just gonna move it. Just continue on moving it so it won't get stuck on the bottom, all the rice. And so like everything has the same seasoning from the tomato and the onions and the garlic. This is consomme de pollo. I don't know how to say that in English, but yeah. And it just adds another flavor to it. Then you add, it's just a tiny bit. It's like half of the spoon, because this is very salty, and if you add a little bit more or a little bit less, it can make a big difference, and you will taste it totally. So you have to know pretty much what you have to add, and depending on the amount of rice you're gonna be cooking, you should like add as much seasoning as you want. This is very salty once again, and it can make a huge difference in how your rice will turn out. Okay, this is green peas from Meijer's. This is a bag, and we're gonna use a little bit for the rice. Just gonna add on like a little bit of vegetables. It's usually good to have a little bit of vegetables in your rice, because rice is carbohydrate, and it's somewhat healthy, but not the best healthy stuff. So once you add like more different types of vegetables into your rice, it will taste better. It just takes a little bit, as you can see. It just takes a little bit. It's like probably less than a cup, but yeah. Then you just, since it's frozen, you rinse it out a little. Rinse it out a little. Make sure the little balls don't go out. Okay, like that. Then we're going to pour it on to the rice. I'm gonna move it a little bit so the green peas will just stay, a little bit of flavor of the consomme de pollo and the tomato, onions, garlic. It will just taste better. And it smells right now so good as well. It's making me actually hungry. It's just the smell is really good. The microwave is still going. Remember, the microwave is just 3 minutes, so it can have like boiling water. That's what you mostly need. And at this time, I recommend, as you can hear the microwave, turn off. And I recommend for people to lower down their fire, the amount of fire, because when you pour in the boiling water and it's hot, it will make it kind of like boils and it can get into your arm and stuff. We're just gonna put it into the pan. You see how easy it was, and it didn't spoil nothing on top of you because I lowered down the amount of fire that was coming up, and that made it better and less dangerous for people. You try to bring down every rice as possible from the sides of the pan, because then those rices will not be cooked. That would be bad because you're gonna be eating uncooked rice. Just stir it around a little. You really don't need to. You don't want to. And there will be plenty of water for it. The water level, it depends on the person how they want the rice cooked. But this water level, it has to be on top of the beads so it will cook, and the rice needs a lot of water as well. And we're gonna put on the lid. And the way that you have your fire, the amount of fire you have, it depends a lot, because you should have it like in around a 4 to 2. You don't need a lot of fire because it has all the vapor is gonna produce because of the water. Will cook the rice and it will make it better. So keep it low on the fire. The biggest tip. Keep it low on the fire and close where you're putting in your rice, the pot. Close the pot. We're gonna open it. A whole bunch of vapors come out. It's normal. Just be careful to not put your face on it, because then it will like just go on top of your face. And the best way to know when the rice is cooked well is when on the bottom there is hardly no water. There has to be no water at the bottom, and that will be the best sign that your rice is done. Pretty done. Since the beads are gonna be all on the top, you just stir it around, move it a little, and it will mix into the rice, and then you can serve.